Hey, good morning and welcome. I've got a great little morning routine for you, along with some breath work and some meditation to wrap it up. Let's jump in. Get comfy, find your space, and we're just going to begin with some wrist warm ups. Now we're just going to swing the arms here, opening up the shoulders. Getting some nice mobility, and then we're going to move into a little twist for some Qigong flow here. Now, as you're doing this twist, make sure your feet are planted firmly into the ground and you're rotating through the hips and the core, letting the arms hang loose. The back arm should be hitting your kidneys and low back, and the front arm across the belly and chest. Now we're going to bounce and move some lymph and wake up the energy systems. It's important to relax the shoulders here. And you can see I'm stretching the neck. Also, that gravity downward, that pull just feels really nice in the mornings. We often sleep with our shoulders shrugged up. Bouncing helps us to just rid some of that tension through the body. Now we're going to tap. We're going to tap around the skull and the face and lightly tapping open palms, opposing sides to equal the force, rubbing up and down the face for waking up the fascial lines, moving lymph again, rubbing behind the ears and pulling downward towards the throat, and then moving that lymph down the back of the throat. You might feel a little drainage happening as we do this. And then we tap down the outside of the arms from the shoulder blade and up on the inside. Down on the outside, up on the inside, both sides. Next, keeping fists fairly open, tapping along the chest cavity and the ribs, awakening the system, hitting the low back and the kidneys, and then tapping down the hips, outside the legs, and up the inside, down the outside, up the inside. And then a little more shaking it off and bouncing to get ready for the day. All right, next we're going to inhale overhead and exhale through with the arms up to the tiptoes and dropping the heels. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We're doing 10. And after number 10, standing tall, hands at your side, palms forward, opens up the chest and drops the shoulders back, bringing it back down to nose breathing. All right, moving on, I want you to take a wide stance and rotate the feet inward. So toes internally rotate and forward fold. Into crossing the arms and letting everything hang. After a few deep, slow breaths, you're going to rotate the feet outward and lunge left and right. You can keep the hands on the ground, just getting some good hip stretches, hamstring stretches here, back and forth a few times. And then coming back up tall, inhaling overhead with the arms, exhaling into a big chest stretch. And then meet me on the ground, and we begin some groundwork, starting with cat and cow. With cat and cow, we want to internally rotate the elbows as we pull them back for the inhale and lifting the chest, and then exhaling, rounding out the back, moving through some good shoulder mobility. Wrap that up, and we move on to thoracic reach throughs. One arm is going to anchor on the ground, the other one you're going to inhale up and exhale through at your pace, getting some nice rotation through the spine. Let that last one hang underneath you for a moment, and then switch sides, inhaling arm up and exhaling through. And again, let the final one hang with your shoulder on the ground, reaching and stretching. Go ahead and meet me in plank. And downward dog, getting a nice stretch into downward dog. And then we're going to move to lizard lunge, however you want to get there. After you walk out the dog here for a moment, I'm going to inhale the leg up and over into wild thing. Exhale through to lizard lunge. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes, and settle. Let the belly relax. Drop the breath downward into the belly. And you can stay right here. Or you can reach forward with the left arm, swing it overhead, and grab that right foot behind you. As you do this, exhale and push into the hand, and then inhale and pull forward. Settle for a moment and take a few breaths. And as we release here, we're going to just get playful in lizard, inhaling chest up, exhaling, softening. And then after a big inhale, pressing back on that left foot into a hamstring stretch and getting a little playful here. If you want, you can reach for the outside pinky toe. Remembering to inhale to create space and exhale to close it. Move back through to plank and downward dog. Let's switch sides. Meet me in lizard lunge. Dropping that back knee, untucking the toes, and settling. Dropping the breath into the belly. And if you're ready, sweeping that right arm forward, up and overhead and grabbing that left foot behind you. And after a few controlled breaths, we release. We move back to lizard lunge and get a little deeper into it, lifting the chest on an inhale, softening the chest on the exhale. And then taking a deep breath in, exhaling back, straightening out that right leg into a hamstring stretch. Next, we're transitioning onto our belly. However you want to meet me there. We're going to do some back bends. Gentle back bends. We're going to go into upward dog on top of the feet. Remember to squeeze your glutes ever so slightly here to take the pressure out of the low back. And then we move into scorpion stretch. So left arm out, roll that right leg up and over. Taking a few breaths. And when you're ready, switching sides. All right, next, elbows and arms at 90 degrees. We're going to lift the chest and drive the elbows back, squeezing the shoulder blades back and down. Doing your best to keep the feet on the floor, lifting with just your upper body. All right, as you finish up one or two more movements here, push back through to child's pose. Take a couple breaths. And then shoot forward into plank, and either from your knees or full plank, we're going to hit some push-ups here. All right, that's plenty there. Let's push back in downward dog and go ahead and grab a pillow or a meditating mat, just something to sit on here as we enter our breath work. As you settle into breathwork posture here, up tall, dialing in nose breathing, we're going in for 5, out for 6. Breathe in, out, in, out, in, out. Continue in your own mind. Let go of the counting, normalize your breathing for a moment, and we're going to move into some alternate nostril breathing. Closing off the right nostril, inhaling through the left, pausing at the top, exhaling through the right, back in through the right, pausing at the top, out through the left. Keep going at your pace. As you finish up this cycle, take a deep nose breath in through both nostrils, hold at the top, and if you'd like, pull up on your pelvic floor and in on your belly. Hold that breath. Release and settle. Normalize your breathing for a moment. We're going to move into some Kapalabhati or skull shining here. Sharp exhales through the nose as the diaphragm and belly pull inward. The inhale then is passive, nice and light and easy. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Now take a deep inhale and release all the way down to the bottom. Push a little air out and hold. And rest in this moment. And when your body calls for air, take a deep breath in. Hold at the top, pull up on the pelvic floor, in on the belly. Focus on the third eye. And release that breath. Settle. Notice the sensations. Slow your breathing. You have a beautiful day ahead of you. Let a little smile come to your face. You're going to crush it. It's a good day to have a good day. Resting here, breathing light. I like myself. I trust myself. It's a good day. Find your center and breathe light. Now go ahead and blink open your eyes and focus on the first thing that they connect to. Putting all of your focus there, still breathing light. If you like what we're doing here, please remember to like and subscribe. I've got more coming for you. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and reach overhead. Big stretch. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for being here.